on today's video, I'll be sharing with all of you my top 10 for life fragrances. These are the fragrances that if I had to just pick 10, that's all, for 10 for life at the moment, that I will just keep and don't let go. Starting first with Tom Ford Lost Cherry. This is just a cherry fragrance perfection, the one that has made the best cherry fragrance. It does have a little bit of bitter almond, black cherry. It does have Turkish rose, but surprisingly, you cannot really smell the Turkish rose. Same thing, it does have jasmine in it. It does have patchouli, but the patchouli is barely there. I think it's just to ground the fragrance. Also clove. But the best thing about this fragrance is, honestly, it smells like the most amazing cherry liqueur. And to me, it does smell a lot like the true maraschino fine cherries, not the cherries that you usually typically find at the grocery store. Not those kind of cherries. This is just incredible. And by the way, I will be leaving all the details of all the fragrances that I'm talking about today, their links, where to find them, on the description box below, along with any discount codes that I'm able to find. I know that Sephora, at the moment that I'm uploading this video, they are having a fragrance for all event, I think it's called. There is a specific code where you can get 20% off on big sized bottles of fragrances. Now, the fragrances that I'm talking about today, not all are found at Sephora. Some of them, they are like Lost Cherry and a couple other ones. I think it's one-time use only, either online or at a store, and it's not for only one fragrance. You can buy as many as you want to. Obviously, there must be a limit, but if you need to buy 3-4 fragrances, you can do so and use that discount code. And they are offering expedite shipping. Aside that, they have like 1-day delivery. If it's available at your local Sephora, they will actually drop it to you at the convenience of your home, or you can pick it up also in a store. So anyhow, not sponsored by Sephora, but I just wanted to mention this is just a fantastic fragrance that I love to use it either fall or winter time. It's just so delicious, so scrumptious, and it's also one that it will get you so many compliments. And a fragrance also that I see it for a night out at a very elegant place with your loved one. Yes, exquisite. The next fragrance is by Kilian, and this is Princess. The original name is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess, and it doesn't come anymore with this bottle. So when you see, if you click on the link that I'm putting in the description box below, if you see another type of bottle, it is the same fragrance. It's just that this year Kilian decided to just change a little bit the bottles, which I really appreciate, because this big bottle, honestly, it wasn't my favorite one, but because this is such a great fragrance, I decided to purchase it no matter what. And what I love about this fragrance is, from opening, that lemon kind of zesty kind of scent combined with a green tea that is super unexpected. And I love the way it sets, because it does have marshmallow and vanilla, but it's not a gourmand scent. It just has that combination between the lemon and the ginger and the green tea that it just brings some sort of a smooth flavor. And then the marshmallow is there, but it's not offensive. It's not like, oh my gosh, this is pure marshmallow, pure vanilla. It's such a well done fragrance by Kilian that it's so easy to wear, and yet it smells a little bit clean at the same time. But it's, to me, it kind of reminds me a little bit like a doll kind of scent. Very, very special. Love this fragrance. And then my little black dress fragrance, my Parisian chic fragrance, none other than Chanel Coco Noir. Oh, this fragrance is incredible. Now, the Chanel fragrances on the Sephora event sale for fragrances is not discounted. I mentioned it to you. If you don't follow me here on my YouTube channel, I would highly suggest you to do so. I invite you to do so. Same thing on my Instagram. From the time that Sephora had their holiday savings event, I kept saying many times, this is the time to get 20% off on your Chanel fragrances, because on this event, Chanel is excluded, but Chanel is having a promo that they will waive overnight shipping. So if you're still shopping right now and you want to shop for this fragrance by Chanel or any fragrance from Chanel, then I will highly suggest to take advantage of the overnight shipping from Chanel. So let's just spray it. Oh my gosh, this fragrance is just, oh, this is so beautiful. And a fragrance that, you know what, I'm so happy that not many people know about, because it is, if you like Coco Mademoiselle, this is like the oldest sister, the sister that has a lot more experience, that has been already very successful. Oh, it's so beautiful. It does have bergamot, it does have orange, sandalwood, narcissus, jasmine, and patchouli. It is quite refreshing. It's not so dense, nothing like say number 5 of Chanel. Honestly, this is again your little black dress all summarized on this beautiful bottle of Coco Noir by Chanel. And then my summer scent. If you have been following me for any point in time, you know, my friends, Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. This is my summer scent, my forever summer scent. I'm like, I don't change anything about it. This is not your typical, suntan lotion. No, it's not. This is more than that. This is, imagine yourself at a yacht, um, just with, I don't know, Dom Perignon. And yeah, this is fresh, citrusy, lemony, but it also have that beauty of Ilan Ilan, which brings a little bit of that tropical vacation vibe. Like imagine being, I don't know, Bora Bora. And it does have coconut, but I think the creaminess not only comes from the coconut and the tonka bean, but actually it comes a little bit of the pistachio, which is a very unique kind of note that is not found in many fragrances. And this is done just perfection, so well. It does have a little bit of amber, but it's just summer sun in a bottle, in a white bottle, which white is one of my favorite colors, as you know. And then another, the Baccarat Rouge 540. To me, this is the scent of success. It is clean. Oh my gosh, this is just incredible. It's a completely different profile. It is the king of saffron fragrances. And I think that saffron is a note that, when done right, is just so superb. Some people, they say that it smells a little bit like, some people say that it smells like cotton candy, but it doesn't. To me, it does have a tiny bit of sweetness. It's very clean and it's not a gourmand scent. It's such a beautiful, sophisticated fragrance that to me works for every occasion. I mean, you can wear it day or night, but definitely to me, this is a fragrance that definitely is done quite right for a successful person, a successful woman, to say the least. I just adore Baccarat Rouge 540. And then I know you saw this coming. It is none other than Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This marks a time in my life, a time of change, and I just adore this fragrance. This is, although now very common fragrance, but it is timeless. To me, it works for office work, to go to brunch with your friends. It has a little bit of that orange blossom. Also, it has mandarin, bergamot, a little bit of patchouli that is again so well done. It's non-offensive. It has a little bit of white mask with that ilan ilan, mimosa, and then tonka bean that is just so creamy and unique and inviting. It's just such a well done fragrance. Oh, one of my very favorite ones from Chanel. Coco Mademoiselle is timeless. Another fresh fragrance is Creed Aventus for her. I love this fragrance also for summertime or morning time. It's very um, it just makes me feel extra young. It does have green apple in it. So good. The bergamot, that you know, is one of my favorite notes. It does have a little bit of patchouli, but honestly, you can barely even smell any. And it has lemon, pink pepper, and then ilan ilan, which brings a little bit more of that very kind of tropical kind of scent. Very well balanced, beautifully done, an excellent fragrance also for summertime, and even on the springtime you can use it too. I think it's just a very classy, clean, kind of crisp kind of fragrance, fresh, but not your typical freshy fragrance. It's just so elevated and so beautiful. Then a fragrance that I recently discovered, and oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. I feel like every time that I spray this fragrance, I feel like a little doll. It is none other than INITIO Rehab. It does have notes of lavender, which Typically, it's a scent that you may, associate it with a men's cologne, but in this case, it's not. It's just perfectly done. It does have obviously bergamot that you know by now that I love, cedarwood, patchouli. It's super long wearing, like every fragrance from Initio. They are just incredible the way that they last. Oh my goodness. And then the sandalwood. I think that is just what it attracts me so much. But again, the way that it sets on my skin, it makes me feel like a doll. Like it's so good and creamy and delicious and just so beautiful. The opening honestly is like a winter wonderland, but then as it sets down, it just becomes a little bit warmer. It's just so precious, and obviously love the bottle. So this is Initio Rehab. Another saffron queen is Cavort by Fragrance du Bois. I have been obsessed in love with this fragrance. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that saffron clean scent. And this is a unisex fragrance of excellence. It's super long lasting. With Fragrance du Bois, you don't need too many sprays. It does have a little bit of ylang ylang, orange blossom incense, which to me, I really do not like fragrances that has incense, but this one in particular, I don't smell it super strong. I don't feel like I'm going inside a church because sometimes incense, it kind of reminds me to go inside a church. Not that I don't like the smell, but I don't want it on myself, if that makes sense. It have labdanum in it. Oh, it's just stunning. It's very seductive, very sexy fragrance. A fragrance that you can wear it for those very special dates that you have to seal the deal. I will definitely go with Cavort. Absolutely a stunning fragrance, and I love that little bit of a spice of cinnamon that it has. Oh, definitely this one a top for life. Last but not least, Delina EXCLUSIF. One of my favorite Delina fragrances. This one to me is not as sharp as the original Delina. You still have that beautiful Turkish rose, the lychee, pear, bergamot, vanilla, and amberwood. This one is such a sophisticated fragrance. To me, this is the oldest sister of the Delinas. To me, in particular, I really love this fragrance because how feminine it is, the longevity of it, but again, that is not as sharp as the original Delina, which I really appreciate. But to me, Delina Exclusive is where it's at. Okay, my friends, and I think this makes it for this video. These are my top 10 fragrances for life. I hope that you enjoy this video. I would love to hear from you. Which are those fragrances that you must have on your collection? Let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Come and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with family and friends. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos right here that I'm sure you're gonna love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.